Learned a lot today. I actually just went to go try and record the voiceover for this, and it started pouring rain. The storm finally broke overnight last night, so it's not 40 degrees anymore. But it is a torrential downpour, which is pretty cool. But yeah, learned a lot today because it was humbling as compared to probably the past 3 sessions where I've been actually just crushing PRs with this whole new mindset of like form over everything and taking it slow and adaptive training and stuff. You'll see though that there's a reasonable excuse for why I'm a little disappointed with what ended up happening, but it's easy to make excuses. And I also heard, I don't really know who, but I remember hearing someone on like YouTube Shorts or something talking about how like the point of powerlifting and weightlifting in general is not really to like shit our guts out, maximal force, like, craziest possible lift that your nervous system will even allow you to do, but more so about making heavyweight look as light as possible. So the fact that I failed a 1 RM because like a spotter fucked me up or something, or I didn't like warm up properly, well, that's probably not a good 1 RM then, even if I did hit it. A few days ago, I uploaded a video and 100 kilos was, like, I just punched it up. It was crazy. Today, I attempted 102.5 kilos, and I tried it twice. And the first time, I honestly thought I had it. But the spotter went ahead and touched it. You'll see. And then the second attempt, I was kind of goated and all hyped up by this huge bodybuilder guy in the gym who I've actually failed a PR in front of before. He's spotted me before, and I've failed that same PR with him before, so that's kind of funny. Probably shouldn't have gone for a 1 RM. After all, I already PR'd earlier this week, and I've been thinking about like using volume to turn tightness, weak caused sort of tightness into strength. But instead I just, I don't know what got into me. My traps were sore, my rear, like everything, stuff was sore from just like the upper body stabilization involved with squatting and deadlifts a couple of days ago. My legs are totally nuked. And the bench press shouldn't really just be if your front delts and chest are okay. Like, it does involve everything. I've been talking about using the quads more to brace more and using the core more and thinking of like the points of contact with the bench. And so surely if the points of contact, my butt, my shoulders, if those are sore, it's going to affect it. So yeah, here's Buddy nuking my lift.
I got it. No, I got it.
Super aggravated.
I'll be good. Thanks, bro.
I tell the guy, like, I will tell you if I need help. And I say, I got it. And he pulls it off. Ugh. Yeah, here's the gigantic dude. And I'm failing the same weight in front of him. I shouldn't even tried this a second time. He just sort of said, you got it, blah, blah, blah. And actually, I feel my shoulder like really hurting here. And I felt the shoulder for the rest of the workout. Not as bad as the shoulder stuff that was affecting me last week, but definitely cause for digging deeper and maybe reducing volume. I think honestly I'm just going to bench press once a week. But I heard Ivan Jurek talking about how other people talked about using pull-ups to supplement, not just for sort of the goal of being more in control of your body and stuff. That's cool. Like being able to move your body by doing just pull-ups, like free weight stuff, body weight stuff, like that's cool. But yeah, Ivan was talking about how he really likes to bring everything home, you know, like thinking of the deadlift as this whole full body thing. And so if my wrists are connected to the bar and I'm pulling, and my wrists connect to my arms, which connect to my back, my upper back, of course the upper back's going to be involved. So I do pull-ups, which isn't something I would have done in the past, you know, in terms of, especially not to strengthen the deadlift. But what I do here is I see how many I can do in one set, and I think I get like 8. And then I go the next set and try and do 7. Then the next set, try and do 6, and so on. All the way down to, I think, being able to do 3. And I've never done this many pull-ups in a workout. I rarely even do. For the longest time, I actually couldn't do pull-ups. Like I could do 1. And that was with my feet on the ground to start. So, in its own way, this is really exciting for me. Because as a kid, too, like before I even took weightlifting seriously, but when I was like an athletic person, I was always kind of embarrassed that I really just couldn't do pull-ups. I could do like maybe a chin-up back then, but definitely not like a semi-wide grip pull-up like I'm doing here. At the end of this workout, I do some core stuff, more of those hip hinge or knee raises from hanging, and also the variation of that where you actually kind of tilt your hips forward and bring the knees way up. So hopefully accessory stuff like that, you know, like doing pull-ups. I do chin-ups here, same sort of thing, the working down each set. That with the core stuff I've been doing, and with the close sort of ass to grass squats I've been doing. Hopefully my next deadlift session, even if those body parts are sore, that's okay if they're sore, because I'll be able to feel them, and I'll be able to feel if I'm using those muscles properly. But I think I'm going to take this sort of mixed feelings on this bench day as a lesson for my next few squat and deadlift day. Like this thing of me making really huge 1RM progress on all my movements is going to slow down eventually. And it's probably already happening. So I should stay humble, stay patient, and, instead of trying to crank 160 kilos or some bullshit next time I deadlift, I should stay at that 140 and try and get to the point where I can rep it. Because I'm a lot less likely to hurt myself doing that than I would be going for that 160s, especially since I've only just started like taking sumo stance really seriously in terms of how I set it up and think about it. Yeah, I do some dips. My shoulders are bothering me, so I was going to do bench into actually just like a kind of typical push day kind of workout. And then since my shoulders were bothering me after the bench, I was thinking like I should really be thinking of trying to like strengthen the shoulders, lengthening the tissues, lengthening like the joints and stuff. So that's why I'm doing like stuff like pull-ups and dips. Instead of spamming 4 sets of like fucking shoulder presses or something like that. I think that would probably have just hurt me. So yeah, just focusing on, like the stretch you get out of lengthening your muscles and your joints is probably a lot better for them than trying to stretch tight and weak muscles. But I'm optimistic. Today the alarms went off. Push days in the past have actually given me some sort of minor but sort of long-lasting injuries. So some alarms went off. I think I nipped it in the bud. I just do like 2 sets of tricep extensions here. Because my dips actually tend not really to be a tricep exercise. It's definitely like a shoulder and pec sort of thing. But yeah, it was really like cool time near the end of the workout though, because it started pouring rain, and I just thought to myself, it was really cool. There's all these people in this gym. We're all in this sort of safe space away from the elements, just like working on ourselves. And I thought that was cool. That was a cool feeling.